Punk Payback showcases situations for demonstration and entertainment purposes only. Bas Ru is a former professional fighter and professional martial arts instructor. The techniques illustrated within are not meant as a substitute for professional instruction or training. The following self-defense tips are not necessarily encouraged or approved by law enforcement agencies or experts and may not be appropriate for everyone in every or any situation. Accordingly, this network and the producers insist that no one attempt to engage in any activity or technique illustrated on the show.
My name is Bas Ru. I was a professional fighter for many, many years. What I love to do is give robbers, purse snatchers, pickpockets, and carjackers what they deserve. Most of the time that works, but I mean, come on! A minivan? Oops, roadkill. This convenience store, very inconvenient for him. It's gonna hurt him a lot. Sometimes you have to pick up a guy in a bar. If you're feeling lucky, punks, it's payback. What's up, everybody? My name is Bas Ru, and this is Punk Payback.
Each week, Bas Ru screens security camera footage of punks committing crimes against people like you. And then he shows you how you can defend yourself with a little punk payback.
Big police car chase going on now. This I never got. I came from Holland, and in Holland you can get away with it. You can steal a car and actually can get away with it. Here in America, blew my mind. There's choppers all over the place. Camera choppers, news choppers, police choppers. This guy totals his car, needs a new car, hijacks this car. But look, the guy behind the wheel, he can't unbuckle his seatbelt. So he's going to go for a ride a little bit. Let's take a look here.
The vehicle's going. Now this is now a hostage situation.
Police right away is on his tail. Police cars, choppers all over the place. I mean, come on. Okay, now he unbuckles the seatbelt, kicks the guy out. He gets run over.
That guy was being dragged.
Don't worry, it was all okay, from what I understand. And boom, the chase is on. Now, let's imagine that this guy would have stepped in my car. What would I have done? Get out of the car! It's okay. In America, there are about 100 carjackings a day. Oh yeah, that's a lot. Now, 75% of the time, give or take, the assailant uses a weapon. Around 50% of the time, that weapon will be a gun. Around 10%, a knife. And for the rest, it's a plethora of weapons. For instance, a crowbar or a Phillips screwdriver, or a pair of scissors. All right, let's go back to the carjacking. What can we do? Thank you. Now, he's in the car. That's a problem already. You got to make sure that you lock your doors. Now, later models, they automatically lock the doors when you take off. But the older models, you have to lock your door. So that's number one. Now, second of all, when he comes in, you don't want any confrontation. You're going to say, okay, sir, I'm going to give you my car. You unbuckle your seatbelt, put it in park, leave the scene, and just before you get out, take the keys with you and start running. Other scenario, of course, is skip the keys. You don't want any trouble. Just get out of the car. Very important to unbuckle first, of course. Now, let's talk about traveling space, distance. Very important. The longer it travels, the more power it has. I explain it to you. If I'm standing here, I have this distance. What hurts more, this or if I pull back? Now, the punch has time to develop speed and power. With that in mind, it's better to use, instead of fist strikes, palm strikes. A palm strike will develop more power, have more impact on the short range, so use your palms. Whoa, get out of the car! All right, what did I say? About 50% of the time when they use a weapon, it's a gun. All right, sir, no problem here. Unbuckle the seatbelt, again, very important. And now, while you keep your hands up, he's going to expect movement because you're going to come up with your hand. The only thing you need to do is push this to the side. Have a firm grip on this, and now make sure that you don't put yourself in the line of fire again. Always keep it away from you. If he starts pulling at it, I go with him. If I do this, I hold it and pull now, he might pull it out. I'm just gonna go with him. Stop pulling, just go with him. Just make sure that you don't put yourself in the line of fire again. Now, while he's busy, and he will be busy with grabbing the gun out of my hand, I'm gonna start unloading on the opponent. Palm strikes, headbutts, maybe elbows. And then when the opponent doesn't move anymore, simply go out, grab the gun, and pull it out.
Let's see that in real speed. Action!
Get out of the car.
Okay. Let me unbuckle my seatbelt. Please, don't shoot. You get the cards, no problem. Gosh! And looky, look who's got the gun now. Me.
Let's head to the bar as Bas shows us a few of his famous self-defense techniques.
What can you use as a weapon in a bar? California, 100% guaranteed, no ashtrays. They're gone. So it's going to be bottles or glasses. All right? Now, I have a nice story about a bottle. One time we had two of my buddies, we had a fight against 11 dudes. I know, it was a disadvantage for them. We had a crate of beers with us. And we left it outside, and then we went to the bar. This thing happened. We went outside. I knew the beers were there, so I grabbed 2 bottles because I saw this in the movies. And I hit them, and they broke here, all the way here. I had nothing left. Nothing. Bottles, if you want to break them on their heads. But don't break them here and think it's a stabbing device, because let me tell you, it is not.
Hey, look out!
Boom. It's going to have a headache tomorrow. Yep, because that was one too many. You get it?
Coming up on Punk Payback. A punk tries to rob a convenience store for lunch money using a palm tree.
Who robs the place with a palm tree?
And later, a punch-drunk woman attacks the drive-thru window. And El Guapo here is going to show you that customers don't always have it their way. Stay tuned, because this one is a whopper. Get it?
Dang-a-da-dang-a-da-dack. Welcome back to Punk Payback. With the proper training, you can teach them a lesson. Ooh. You know me, anything can be a weapon, and yes, I can get very creative. I make a weapon out of toilet paper. Almost. Now, needless to say, there are other people just like me, but they're crooks and criminals, and they also sometimes get creative. Now, check this guy out here. He comes in with a palm tree. Who robs a place with a palm tree? And by the way, it's from the family Palmea. I don't know if you know that, but there's over 2,500 different kinds of species of palm trees. That's a lot of species. Now, let's take a look what this guy's going to do.
$50. $50.
He's asking for 50 bucks. What are you going to do with 50 bucks? Maybe buy some pottage or something? And yes, the defense against the palm tree, needless to say, is a bar stool. And although I really like the bar stool, you know, you'll see me using it many times, especially in bars, I can get a little bit more creative. Check this out. One thing I learned in life, you never know what comes next. And that's the beautiful thing about life, right?
$50. Give me $50.
Time out. You never know what comes next.
Ah!
As a criminal, you need to have an intimidating weapon. A gun, a machine gun, a knife. Palm front is not one of them. And on top of everything, just by the looks of him, he's not that smart. So, what I'm going to do is simply grab the palm front. And I'm going to deliver a big palm strike. Get it? Palm strike? Get it? Palm? Huh? That'll do the trick. You know what? For the second one, I'm going to let him hit me in the head. With his face. Now, with 2 hands, I'm going to grab the palm front and I'm going to pull him towards me. And my headbutt will wait for his head to meet. Dunk! And at that particular moment, I'm going to blind him, because there's something that you're going to hear me saying many times in this series. Whatever punch you don't see coming is probably the one that's gonna knock you out.
Let's see that in real speed. Action!
Boom, grab, down, and this is the punch you don't see coming. Why do you gotta be a punk?
$50.
The picture that this guy painted for me, I mean the $50 question, the palm front, the stupid look at his face, this makes me think that I easily can pull up a trick with this guy by saying, $50, sir? Oh, yeah. I got it right there in the cooler. It's between the ham and the cheese. Well, 1 second, I'll show you. Oh, buddy, it's right there in the cooler. And while you make him calm, you're gonna go for a rear naked choke. You don't want to beat this guy. Come on, man, he's not the sharpest knife in the drawer. Grab it, face around, with this part of your forearm and the biceps, cut off the blood circulation to the brain, about 5 seconds. This guy is going to sleep. The great thing about chokes is nobody gets hurt. You don't die, no, it's all safe. Sleep, my moronic, stupid friend. It's okay, my imbecile friend. You know what, to tell you the truth, I don't even know if I'm going to call the cops. Huh? Look at him. Poor little booger.